All right. Welcome, Sunshine Community, for the 1v1 Invasion Lockout Tournament Grand Finals. We have Rimato13 versus MS. A matchup nobody has seen coming.
Yeah, it really was a surprise when the competitor roster of 16 was announced that these two would make it all the way to the end. Unexpected for the number 1 and number 2 seed to make it this far. So it'll be an exciting match.
Yeah. Although honestly, they have faced in winners finals, and it wasn't a pretty match. The card was basically decided on first goal because the line Paper was assigned with for losing the race to the first goal was pretty unplayable. So in that sense, I hope we get a better match, or better 2 matches rather, today than in last time they faced each other.
Yeah, exactly. The 16 Pianta Blues goal sort of sunk the card right away for Paper. So he had a short route through the winners for the losers bracket. As we're seeing live split pop up here, our restreamer's trying to just get himself formulated. So it'll be interesting to see these two face off again. Because their first, I think, like you said, their first match in this tournament really wasn't all that great of a showcase of what the two of them are capable of. So it'll be, I think it'll be a lot more fun to see a competitive card, and hopefully we will get one.
Yeah, we mentioned that it was as a joke that it was pretty unexpected for Paper and Rimato to face each other, but if anyone has actually seen yesterday's match, I think losers finals it would be called, Paper versus Pogo. Honestly, seeing that match, Paper wasn't playing too well. He had a lot of gameplay mistakes, lost first goal to Pogonator, and had a very first 30 minutes of the game, and then made it up, and I don't know how he actually just managed to win that still, because it seemed pretty Pogo favored, but Paper was able to pick it up in the end, and now needs to win 2 times against Rimato to make the short losers run complete, but win the tournament instead.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think your point's pretty valid. I know Paper was not the hugest fan of his gameplay yesterday, but it will come down to this. Paper will have to win 2 matches in a row. Rimato, being the winner's finalist, only has to win the one. So with the card revealed, we can dive in, and already at first glance, this card is looking a lot better than the first time these two matched up, just from first glance.
Oh no. Okay, you see row 4 in column 5, what's hiding in row 4 there? 16 Pianta Blues, the exact same spot as last match.
Yes.
Exact last spot.
But what makes this card different is column 1
is playable.
Isn't
yes.
awful. It's playable. It's still slow. 20 lives is your probably fastest goal, but 2 hidden reds, okay. 3 and 4 boss shines, fine. 5 secret shines, still slow, right? So it's not unplayable to be locked in the column 1 if you lose the race to 16 Pianta Blues.
Yes. Column 3 is actually pretty nice. It has 2 good, really early good goals with 3 Fruit Ladies and 12 and Pinner. It has 2 decent goals depending on the cards with pipes and can molds. And 15 in the Delfino actually works on this card. But as playable as column 2 is, column 5 is actually kind of insane, I think.
Yeah, it's so blue heavy columns 4 and 5, and they're pretty speedy goals, and you can sort of do them while getting other stuff done. 16 Pianta blues, like we mentioned, 15 Bianco blues, 20 from 2, um,
Yeah,
45 totals into 12 Pinna blues, 3 Fruit Ladies, 15 shines for Delfino with 9 shines.
Yeah, especially 9 Delfino and 150 yellow coins is personally, I'm a huge fan of 150 in Delfino. Depending on how you actually route in the 150 coins in. I know that green birds sometimes are not the best option to go for. But it's still a pretty good goal. And with 9 in Delfino, with 15 in Delfino later on, it seems actually very strong as a starting option. And it just like gives you a really favorable matchup in just column 5 being pretty insane. The problem with column 5 though is that you can't break into column 2 reliably. I think the best bet you have is just getting Lillipad, trying to sneak that away, or just doing some weird weird steal of like Shell Mario or five secrets.
Yeah, because your columns 5 through 3, if you're starting from that side, don't draw you into making a ton of level progress. You're doing a lot of blues and you're doing a lot of Delfino shines. So stuff like 5 secret shines and 7 shines in the secret for column 1 would be a viable sort of steal if you win the early Pinna race, and maybe go deep Bianco so you can get 2 hiddens and your 2 hidden reds hoverless, because both of those can be done pretty trivially without the hover nozzle.
I wouldn't be so keen on late Bianco. I think what makes a column matchup pretty interesting is that, as said, column 5 can't break into column 2 reliably, but column 1 start has some options. I guess 4 from Gelato isn't even the worst thing for the column 1 guy, since you can do Wiggler. You have to do Gelato 2, and Wiggler is not that much slower than Jada 1. Reds, that is. You have 2 hints in 1 level, which is pretty awkward for column 5 to get, and 7 shines in a secret, which you can steal away. So honestly, I would be excited for a column matchup. I haven't seen the row matchup, but it's not as likely that we see that because the fastest goals are 20 lives, 150, and 16 in Pianta. Then I guess followed up would be like 15 in Bianco, which gets beaten out by the other 3 goals. Although 20 lives is a corner goal, so you can still see a row matchup, which I think would favor row 5, since you would enter Bianco, you would already have a boss shine, you have 4 boss shines in your base, and just a pretty decent setup into row 3, while row 1 needs 20 lives and then has to do something else, which is pretty rough.
Yeah, I think the competitors are going to be pulled naturally in the columns here for that very reason. The fast goals are in the columns, and even the even 20 lives still leaves open the possibility for columns as well. Yeah, and I just pulled up Pogo's master list of fastest goals for those who are curious. 50 yellow or 150 from Plaza is the fastest goal, followed by 20 lives. And then what was the other one that I was looking at? I think it was 16 Pianta Blues. Yeah, 16 Pianta Blues is the next fastest.
The only real issue, I guess, that you can have with 150 is that if you really rush for it, it gives you very little progress because you just reset the plaza or with pachinko. You don't. I think that rush doesn't even account getting the 100 coin shine, which is very rough. And I think Calm 5 would really appreciate 9 from Delfino with that. So
Yeah, I was gonna say there's the synergy implicit in having to reset the plaza. You might as well use shines to do it, so you get some progress there, and that of course also helps with 15 shines from Delfino with blue trades. You're on a blue heavy side of the card, so that is a goal that you should be able to achieve.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think
and we're looking, and speaking before, I don't want to cut you off, but we are seeing Rimato going for what appears to be 150 from Delfino. Paper is opening Bianco, but we'll see if he actually enters or if he goes and is just resetting the plaza.
yeah, Rimato's doing a hard 150 rush. As he could actually just get the remaining 150. Oh, not 150. 74 coins, and then collect the 100 coin shine, which is fine. But it's just entering pachinko, exiting can feel bad, but when you win that goal, you'll be happy nonetheless.
Yeah, and the run here, Paper entering Bianco. I think Paper's anticipating this rush from Rimato right now. So if Paper is expecting Rimato to grab 100 yellow from Delfino, getting lives now makes sense. And you can also start getting progress on 2 Hidden's hoverless and start getting level progress working towards Pinna.
Yeah. So it looks like Paper is just doing Bianca 2. Doesn't go for lives early. I think if he knows what Rimato is doing, he could have just picked up the lives in Delfino. He could have just grabbed the life in the belts and one stew rotation. But now he sees Rimato's click, and I think he's not too unhappy about it because Bianca 2 still gives him a good progress towards what he wants to do with 2 hidden reds, hoverless, and boss progression, and frequent 4.
But I think it's a good call from Paper to acquiesce this goal to Rimato and just sort of go for the Bianco progress here. Like we're saying, his base is going to rely on at least a little bit of Bianco progress, and he's going to want to be first to Pinna, just so he can continue to have a strong position in his base and have possibility for invades. 3 boss shines, 4 boss shines together, also progress there, secret shines, etc., etc. This is what he wanted. He opted into this, and he's made this choice, and now he is going to execute.
It's kind of important for Rimato what to prioritize, because even though 16 Pianta wouldn't be too bad in terms of what Rimato wants in terms of goals, he can. I think with this, with his start with the with Calm 5, I feel like you can't break through Calm 2, but you probably want to threaten it. So I assume Rimato's just going into Bianco, getting 15 or actually getting maybe 20 there, and then either trying to rush to Pinna or getting Fruit Ladies. Getting one of these goals will be good enough for Rimato.
Yeah, I like that goal, actually. I like that train of thought that you're having here about entering and getting 20 blues, because Paper is just not getting any blues, which sort of makes sense. His half of the card isn't super blue heavy, but if you want to deny the possibility of Paper being able to invade your side of the board, snatching up 15 Bianco blues makes sense. 20 from 2 is the other way in, and then all that leaves is basically 4 from Gelato, which obviously is a fair sink of time. While it's not the end of the world, because of other goals on his card.
Actually, looking at this, there could be a way where Rimato just steals away a boss goal, just getting 15 Bianco, then Fruit Ladies, and then Paper needs 2 goals in column 1 and getting both boss goals. 20 lives into Hidden Red's Hoverless isn't the fastest things you can do. So bosses might be in danger for Paper, but I think I'm not too sure what actually gets beaten out in this case.
Yeah, Rimato grabbing the blue on the windmill, as Paper is, I think, doing his first secret hoverless with that rocket nozzle.
It's it's probably second easiest red coin hidden, or it's I would say it's the third easiest if you know fast pinner 2 red strats, which Paper does. That don't require hover nozzle, so you just do the beginning of pinner 2 reds as you normally would, and then just wait a bit for the cycle. But Bianca 3 reds with good rocket rollouts is not the end of the world either.
I'm wondering now, I know we were sort of poo-pooing deep, going deep in Bianco, but looking at this again, right? 2 hidden shines in 1 level is in column 4. 1 Shadow Mario shine is in column 2. And again, 7 shines in the secret. Do you still think, and I think he's opening Rico now. We'll see if he actually goes in for the quick boss. He might be. He might go in for the quick boss and then do PD. But yeah, your thoughts on that, given how this is progressing as Rimato re-enters for Bianco 3?
I'm not a huge fan of doing Bianco late still. If you really need the 4 bosses, I think it could work out. But at that point, you'll probably have. Oh, do you want to do Manta on this card? I feel like it could give you a secret access. It could give you a possible pipes play. So doing Manta.
We never talked about enter 6 pipes and collect their shines. That's on this card, right? With no other real Pianta Village goals other than 16 blues on Rimato's side.
Yeah, I think doing Manta wouldn't hurt Paper at all. I think when we see 4 bosses from Paper, we just see the 4 uniques, the standard 4 uniques of Blooper, PD, Manta, and Pinner, or Mechabaza rather. Or we could see a Wiggler play. We could possibly see Jardo and Red's Hoverless and then Wiggler at one point, but I think that's a bit too greedy, and we would have to see what the game state is for both of them. Maybe we don't see a cool Wiggler play at all.
Aw, man, but we all love Wiggler. Gelato 2 is a great shot.
Okay.
Don't you just love Flangellas? They're so cute.
I think only Ice likes them, and I guess Sid. They're probably the only ones.
Paper here getting his second boss, while Rimato is mopping up some more blues here from Bianco.
And
That's his 14th, so he's probably going to dive into the water here, get his 15th, and we'll see what he does afterwards. Will he click right away? He will not.
Oh no. I just want to joke about Rimato not counting how many blues he got before entering Bianco, which I think if you just stay in Bianco, you know the amount you have, most likely at least.
Is Paper grinding lives right now?
Uh,
Looks like it. Or
he
at
probably
least trying
gets,
to get the 2 on his way to do something else.
yeah, you can get those like in every rotation, entering or unlocking Gelato. You can grab these 2 lives on the way.
And we saw him. He grabbed Box Life, which I learned existed while doing an 90% run.
Yeah, the box life is something that used to be forgotten a lot, and I think it's on people's radars much more often, which is good, of course. I'm looking forward to what Rimato decides to do after the 15 in Bianco. If he decides to go to Pinner, that could be a decent play. But free Fruit Lays, I think, could pressure Paper a lot more to having to secure 3 and 4 bosses.
Right, because that's a fairly easy goal to get, and Rimato is going to be the one that would most likely do it. So that gives him inroads into either taking 3 or 4, and a second click in Paper's column. I mean, you 20 lives and 2 hidden reds are probably the fastest. But will he be able to get those and 4 or 3 bosses before Rimato is able to snipe one or the other?
Now that
Rimato's entering Rico, presumably to go kill Blooper, and that's what he's doing. He's going to get a couple blues on the way, but
yeah, he might. Oh no, he didn't get the 2 at the very start. I thought going for early 20 in Rico 1 could be a play Rimato could do, but I think another really threatening thing could just be getting the boss, getting a bunch of fast blues, and then just go for Delfino Shines and get to Pinner. Get these 12.
yeah, have access to 12 Pinna blues, have access to 100 from Pinna, which is not the slowest 100 in the world.
Yeah, I think just Rimato having the Delfino Shines on his base is actually just very threatening for Paper.
And there's the Bianco Blues click, well delayed to when he started fighting Blooper. Not that the delay really matters all that much, because Paper wasn't ever contesting that.
Yeah, it's
in fact, arguably, Paper got like no blues in Bianco.
Yeah, he got the very M on the windmill, which you always do.
Here is the second shine hoverless.
Yeah, I think Paper accidentally
not hoverless.
Yeah, Paper seems like he hovered by accident outside, and then.
Oh yeah, and that does invalidate the whole shine. He did not exit area. Yeah. I don't think this is that big of a deal. Like we mentioned, there are other shines on this card that he needs to get that can be done hoverless fairly trivially.
I think it's still pretty bad, because if you don't want to waste your time, really, you would probably opt to go for Pinner Tourettes, which is pretty late. So at that, then it could just cost you like the boss goals.
Yeah, that's true. Having spent that time, you now do not have an easy click in your column. So you might lose 3 or 4 bosses. And Rimato is seeing that blood in the water and is going for Fruit Ladies to give him an in route to through column 3, while Paper is going to get his 3rd shine from Gelato here with the Flagellas. Look at that. Aren't they They're just so friendly. They just want to say hi.
The one interesting thing to note for Rimato is that he did Banana Lady first instead of doing Pineapple and Durian, which signals me that he doesn't try to steal 3 bosses away, even though he did two of them, because otherwise you want to go into Serena. Maybe it's just going for box game and trading in and doing this with Mecha instead, which would have more value. Otherwise, yeah, I think Rimato still has a good shot at just winning 3 bosses, even with going into Pinner.
Which would be a very strong snipe, and one that I don't know if Paper's anticipating, or because if Paper was anticipating that steal, he would have left Gelato 1 reds as soon as he hovered, because he hovered right at the beginning. So that's like 10 seconds, 11, 12 seconds of time loss, right? Which is better than doing the whole shine and waiting.
He did the beginning of Jala 1 Reds.
Oh, he
during
entered
the
Gelato
secret.
1's reds. He didn't hover outside of it.
No, I think he hovered outside of it, but he did the beginning of Jala 1 Reds, like in the secret. He did it hoverless at first, and then I think he noticed that he hovered and was like, okay, I have to finish out the shine.
Definitely more than 10 seconds of time loss. Yeah, I would not be surprised. I haven't timed it out, but you can't move for like 8 seconds after you load into Plaza.
Yeah, it's about like I think in this state it would be 25 to 28 8-second time loss if I had to think. Anyhow, Rimato is doing Manta anyway, so he kind of messed up in terms of just what Fruit Lady he goes for when, but that doesn't matter too much. I think at least Rimato talked about how Pineapple Durian into Banana Lady would be better for 5 NPCs, which is basically the same principle that's getting applied.
Yeah, I agree. And this would steal 3 bosses because Paper does not have a column 1 click at current.
Yeah.
So he would have to farm 20 lives before being able to click 3 bosses, and that's not going to happen. He does not have 2 hidden reds hoverless.
Yeah. Paper is uninformed or forgot. Which actually is going to cost him a lot. He hovered inside the reds itself. I think it should be obvious what he did wrong.
Yeah.
Now going back, and it will be pretty costly.
Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, and that's sort of a pretty clear. That's not a good thought.
Yeah.
Boss is going to be done here. That's 3 bosses over the way of Rimato, and Rimato has to have seen the misclick here and knows that he's got.
I don't think so. He needs 45 isn't too bad for him to get, but he needs something else in column 4, which he doesn't have 20 from 2 progress. He doesn't have like 70 totals already, and he doesn't even have Gelato unlocked. It's still
there's the
hard
cutscene.
Paper. Yeah. It still hurts Paper to lose 3 bosses, but I don't think he could have won 4 bosses. Really. Which is still pretty unfortunate. But just getting 12 in Pinner and Mecha will still be pretty strong for Paper.
This isn't the end of the world for Paper right now. With 3 quick blues in Delfino, he could enter Pinna with a trade, or get beach shine. That also works. Could enter Pinna right away. Get 12 Pinna blues. Get his 4th boss. And still be in this game. Because I don't think it's soon. I don't think it is accurate to say that he is out of the game right now, despite losing 3 boss shines.
So Rimato's hesitant what to do. Goes back into Serena, which is kind of an interesting play. I think it might be a through 2 with then grinding lives. That could be a play that Rimato can opt for because he thinks that Paper needs to secure 4 bosses from Pinna, which is definitely a possibility for Rimato to steal. So he might want to just sneak away the 20 lives, which he will actually be able to do so successfully.
Yeah.
Wait, no, he needs some. Never mind. He has 3 bosses. I'm mixing up colors. Good.
Yeah, Rimato would be able to collect 20 lives here with the Serena 2 secret grind. Getting up top into the Boo's mouth. We'll probably see that happen very shortly. Paper, on the other hand, entering Pinna to get some blues, to get the 4th boss shine, spraying some birds. That bird trolling him. There he goes.
Going deep into Pinna is probably very valuable for Paper still. I think Mecha Bowser would be like the only not that fast of a shine, but Pinna is actually not as slow as one could expect. For instance, Gelato or Pinna or Bianco or Serena are much slower, so it could still work towards Throw from Noki, and basically all of Calm 2 synergizes pretty decently with Pinna in general, since...
And plus he has 3 from 4, and so Pinna progress helps towards that. He has 3 from Bianco and 3 from Gelato at current.
Yeah, and he got the worst Rico Shine already, and has like 2 quick ones there left. Yep. All ones Noki, both are viable options for him.
Gonna do Serena 2 reds here from Rimato. This will probably be where he grinds lives.
Yeah. Could have also done Bianco 1, I think. It could have been faster to do that there.
But remember, he has 7 shines in the secret on his side. So getting more secret shines isn't a negative. There's also 5 secrets that is on column 2 that can be snatched up. So and of course 3 from 4 progress as well. And pipes.
So, okay, so we talked about column 4, or not column 4, but Rimato might want like more goals in his like first 2 columns with 2 hints from 1 level with Serena. Could be an actual play that Rimato might opt into. 20 in Serena is actually not that bad, but I don't think he got the 2 Nokis because he prioritized getting the bosses instead. But there could be a world where Rimato decides to go much deeper into Serena for that.
And with the 4 boss shines click, Paper secures 12 Pinna Blues and 4 shines from Gelato. And so now where does he go? The lives grind is done for Rimato as he finishes up Serena 2 reds, and Paper is re-entering Pinna Park for some more secret action.
Yeah, he needs to defeat the mole. I think when you are in this position, you might do the hundreds and defeat the mole first, or you just do this.
You need to collect. You need to collect the mole's shine, though. You can't.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's not even trying to defeat it right now, at least.
Yeah. Rimato still needs to click 20 lives at one point or another because it's still... the 150 wasn't early enough clicked, so Paper could have just got a bunch of them on the way and just could finish them out very soon. With that being said, Rimato clicked this. Clicked it off.
Yep.
So
Paper getting his fifth shine in a secret, his third secret overall. So making good progress there. But remember, Rimato has been picking up secrets as well. Does have Bianco 3 secret, and has Serena 2 secret.
And
as
2R,
well.
which is 3 secret shines. GR1 is always open. Yeah, basically that.
And he's going to Pianta, probably for blue coins in his base, and to get 45 totals.
Yeah, 45 can be in danger. I think Rimato thinks that because Paper collected these 12 in Pinner already. And 45 is a low enough total that 33 minutes in, especially as Rimato, you might want to get.
How many does Paper have right now? Besides the 12 from Pinna. I think he had 8 from outside, so he's 20, so still a fair ways away from fair ways away from 45. But of course Rimato doesn't know that.
Yeah, there's basically no real reason for Rimato to not go for these boosts. Paper has 20 blue coins, so actually not close to the 45. But you never know as Rimato.
Yeah, and another he was at 36, so after this he will have 52. That'll put him at 18 shines. So, you know, despite the shine total differences here, Noki is a realistic thought for both players relatively soon. Does look like Paper is going to go do Pinna 4, unlock Yoshi, which will be... Yeah, there's no lily pad on this card, but
There's lily
again,
pad on
deep
the card.
Pinna progress.
There's lily pad on the card. Hundreds in a secret will, or not hundreds.
Oh yes, no, duh, it is. I'm blind. I can't read.
Yeah, hundreds in episode 5 onwards is much more preferable than Pinner 2. Although Paper needs to defeat the Canmo at one point or another. I hope he remembers that.
That would be rough. He could potentially defeat it if he was doing reds, but I think he might be thinking that there's risk of losing not lily pad though. Maybe 100 from Pinna.
I think hundreds from Pinna is pretty safe right now because Rimato needs a calm 5 for 3 and 2 go.
Yeah, that's a bit of a long road.
Yeah, but Paper might want to do Pinna 2 reds at one point or another anyway, just solely because there are 2 hints from one level still on the card, which can work pretty well with Pinna. With that being said, it seems like what Paper decides to do is finish out 3 from 4 with 4 from Noki. Do Lilypad, hopefully, soon.
Now that he has access. Rimato clicking 45 total blues and is now entering Bianco for Bianco 4, it seems, or for something else. Looks like he's heading towards maybe getting the under the bridge blue here. Because he has 15 from Bianco, so 5 more would get him 20. Oh, you can just kill them all now. Okay, thanks for confirming, Larvae.
The question was if Paper could just kill the mole and get the 100.
Yes, could kill the mole exit area. That is true.
Yeah, he could just...
Because it is and, it is not then.
Yeah. in that sense, doing hundreds in a secret is actually also fine play, just to get 7 shines in a secret progress. But either way, it looks like Rimato's finishing out the 20 from 2. He needs 20 from, I assume, is going to be Rico, just because it's the easiest for him right now.
I think he's made some progress in Rico already, so
yeah,
and this also gets him much closer to 70 totals. And I think that the one on the spire back there will probably be the last one. Didn't throw far enough.
It looks like he just wants to go for Bianca Reds, which is 3 from 4 progress technically, and it is a shiny secret, so it's still relevant for Rimato to get. Falls
Paper
up.
Doing the Yoshi clip there, getting under the water, taking Yoshi to the lily pad to get that shine.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you wish you were able to do that when you were playing the game for the first time? Those boats suck.
I can't remember what I did casually. It was a while ago, so I'm not too sure. Either way, I think this might be close to 20 shines for Paper already, which is kind of insane, since he did like a bunch of Bianco stuff. He had to redo a shine. Okay, he's at 17 plus 2 more.
Yeah, 2 more from the blue trade. Could do like a quick underbell, trade in, have Noki. It's also important, we got to keep track of that Paper did do 2 pipes so far. So lily pad and lily pad and
beach pad, yeah.
Beach slide. But Rimato has 3 because he did Serena. Left side underbell. Yep. And so now we'll go trade in, has Noki. Rimato is going to fruit clip back into the pipe, probably for Serena 3. Doing it actually this time.
So Paper not trading in is fine. He wants to steal away 9 from Delfina, which is possibly a strong play. He doesn't really know because he doesn't have a lot of information on Rimato. With that being said, Rimato might do to 20 in Serena. Is that a viable option for him?
At least take a little time. Doesn't look like it. He's just grabbing the banana, gonna do the clip.
Because I think he needs the 2 Nokis still, which is the rough part.
Why would you not have gotten 20 from Pianta then? Or actually, because Pianta would require you to go do 2 and
3 and 4
and that just takes fucking forever.
And without Yoshi, you need to do 5 and then get them in 6.
Paper doing DeLorean. There's his 20th. Meanwhile, Rimato is going to enter back in.
Yeah.
So this will be his 5th pipe shine.
No, since Serena 4 counts.
Oh, Serena 4 is 2 pipes.
Yes.
Oh, that is true because he entered 2 pipes and collected their shine. So this would be the 6th there. Would be able to click by way of 70 total.
Yeah. He doesn't opt to collect the blues outside. Did he get them in Serena 3?
I didn't notice if he did.
Oh, he just ignores the 20 blues in Serena altogether, so he still needs something in Calm 4, which might be Serena 4 Reds, which I mentioned, which is kind of pretty interesting, to say the least. Which also, I guess, makes sense, since you don't expect Paper to get 20 from 2, you don't expect Paper to get 70 totals, at least in the current state. 2 hints from 1 level has the best synergy with Pinner, which Paper wants. So just doing that now might be hindering Paper to just break into Calm 4 once more.
Paper getting trolled by Goldbird here, unfortunate. There it is. How many Delfino Shines is that for Paper?
I have not kept track. I think he did...
He did Beach, he did Bell,
Underbell,
Underbell, he did Right Bell, he did Bird, he did
Right.
Lily Pad. So that's 5.
I need Lilypad, Goldbird, Beach Shine, Beach Pipe. He did both box games. He
Both
did
box
Left
games.
He did the lore. Yeah, this is 9. He got 9. Good.
Yes.
This time doesn't click wrongly.
Yep. And now I think he's going straight into Noki.
Yeah.
And is going to get some progress there. Yes, he has 9. He double checked. He's paranoid now. He's like, shit, did I actually get it? Yes, he did.
Yeah, he's stream sniping and listening to comms, and we counted the shines, and Paper was like, do I really have 9? Just Z-Man needs to check, or to prove to us that he has indeed 9.
Paper going up for Cannon Mold. Does he remember that he's not killed the cannon?
I hope
it's
so,
not clickable for him regardless.
Yeah, it's not really clickable for him. At least yet. He needs more.
He needs one more shine. No, he needs one more 3 shines in 1 level.
I think Rimato only has 3 secrets right now, since he didn't do Gelato 1, he didn't do Pianta 5, and he didn't do Pinna 2 yet. How many shines in his secret does Rimato have, though? 6?
This, I think, is either 5 or 6.
This is 6. He got 2 hidden in Serena. He got 1 hidden in Bianco, or 1 red coin hidden in Bianco, and I'm very positive he didn't do the other one, so I assume he just goes there now instead.
Yeah, because he is holding back the hidden shines in 1 level click.
Which I think is a fine play. Paper and Rimato both. Never mind. Paper needed a column 1 and a column 2 go, and then pipes or like something else a column 3 to just then click 2 hints in a level.
And the holdback is over. The click has been made. Now it is Rimato entering for some blues, it seems, and to go do Rico 2.
Yeah. I'm not too sure if it's going to be for 5 secrets, or if it's going to be like sort of a setup for 5 secrets or 1 shell Mario. I'm just like setting up for one of those goals and then threatening something and calm 1 again.
Paper is setting up here for his 3rd shine from Noki, which will also get him 3 from 4. Probably going to be Goldbird because it's nice and fast, and then re-enter, do the long talk to go into the bottle. Rimato getting his 2nd shine in Rico if he doesn't mess up the blooperless race.
Yeah, 28. It's kind of rough, but you have to lose like 10 seconds at one point. Paper lost like minute 40 for doing the other 1 reds again.
Yeah, so you know, getting a little bit of that time advantage back. So
yeah.
So that is 3 from 4 for Rimato. Not for Rimato, for Paper. I think he's gonna. Okay, he's bailing. He's not doing his 4th shine from Noki right now.
Yeah, I assume Paper's going to do Pinna 100s with defeating a Canmo. I think that could be a viable option for him.
Do it in 2?
Yes, doing it in 2 and doing it in a secret.
And that would count as a shine in a secret. And he's moving to 2. He's moving to 2. There we go.
Yeah. Alternatively, he can just defeat the mole and be happy about that. Just
yeah, and be able to have that in the bag, as it were. And yep, he's going to defeat the mole right now. He can click it, even though it's sort of it might be hard to see on your screens, but the purple dot is under the text there. It is available for Paper to click. He is not clicking it right away though. And nope, there it is.
Yeah. So
and it's just exiting area. Okay.
Yeah, you don't have much business once you see the 2 hints in one level being clicked and everything else. So this might just be pin 100s now, or just
in 5,
or continuing with pinner possibly.
Try to set up for One Shadow Mario Shine.
Yeah, One Shadow Mario, 5 secrets. Both of them are important for Paper.
Yeah, and Rimato's mopping up the last blues he needs to have 20 from Rico, which will be 20 from 2. And he has the Pianta blues, just hasn't clicked it yet.
No, he doesn't. He needs to do blues in episode 3 in order to get 16 Pianta blues. 16 blues
yeah. Sorry, I keep forgetting that Pianta blue access is heavily gated behind shines, so he does not have that. Is this EYG from Paper? I guess to get Shadow Mario.
Yeah,
so instead of the 100. Because you think that Rimato's like not going to touch that goal?
Possibly. You for Paper you only need Noki 3 as your 4th shine from Noki. So you might want to secure one of those goals really fast instead. So doing EYG and One Shadow Mario into getting
Rimato clicking and unclicking 20 blue from 2 levels. He's missing one? He's got to be missing one. That'd be the only reason why. Oh wait, no, he can't click it. He needs another secret shine.
Okay, so Paper was living a bit on the edge, quite literally, almost soft locked on EYG at the very end.
But
that was
is going to have to redo that all as Rimato perishes, unfortunately, in Bianco 4.
Paper was really lucky that he was able to just dismount and survive that.
Yeah,
that was very scary.
That could have been disastrous. But he's still in the game. He's still playing.
Yeah, Rimato's picking up 2 safety lives just to not lose 20 lives to having to unclick this and just Paper being granted a generous gift. Possibly, at least.
And there are the clicks again from Rimato. 7 shines in the secret to 20 blue coins. So this is not... So now Rimato can trade in all of his blues and be pretty close to 15 from Delfino. He has access to another secret, which it looks like he's going to Gelato right now for that secret. So it might be a secrets race. Because wouldn't this be Paper's 5th secret?
I do believe that this is Paper's 4th, right? This is probably Paper's 4th.
This is his 4th. Okay, yeah. Can't count. Count is hard.
Yeah, but
he can't even click it even if it was.
Yeah, but he needs Noki 3. Noki 3 is a minute 30 from his position, so a bit more, but it's achievable.
Rimato will click then 5 secret shines.
Yes, 5 secrets is definitely in Rimato's win condition. 15 in the Delfino might be a bit scary, so just securing 16 Pianta and 17 totals would probably be the better play for Rimato. Paper now needs 70 totals to win this.
Yeah,
along
he needs.
with
Paper needs like every goal on the card at this point, and 70 totals is his way into 16 Pianta Blues, because right now Rimato could get 15 Delfino Shines and 16 Pianta Blues and win the game, or 70. He can't get 70 totals though. He can get 16 Pianta Blues and then 70 totals and win the game.
Yeah, 16 Pianta obviously just works towards 70 totals. So Rimato in a very, very comfortable spot, it seems like. And
be able to have a relaxed Piantissimo and mop up those 16 blues and get his 70, and that is game.
Which is honestly, it's kind of disappointing as an end result, just because if you were a fan of Sunshine and wanted like 2 matches, you would Paper was the person to cheer for, because he would have been able to reset the bracket and we would have another match. But unfortunately for Paper and viewers that are not Rimato fans, we only get one game with Rimato having at least a less BS win than last time. We can be at least happy that wasn't like last card.
Yeah, the card was not dead on the first goal. The card was playable, and I think yeah, to your point, the card was competitive. I think Paper made just one too many unforced errors. The hovering in the hovering in the Gelato 1 Red secret really, I think, set him back quite a ways, and I think ultimately cost him a fair chunk of time that he just never was able to make up.
I think what's pretty interesting is that Rimato only has 3 bosses still. So that would have meant that Rimato must have done like another boss shine to steal 4 bosses away, which didn't happen, unfortunately.
There's the 100 coin from Pinna.
Hmm.
However, absent Rimato playing like I do, it's
Rimato.
Nope, he manages to save it.
Yeah, didn't have the clearest Pianta free, but we'll finish out the 16 blues here. I'm not too sure how many he needs. Maybe we get the last shine from Noki for Paper before this ends. But oh wait, no, Rimato also needs 70 totals. I'm just like, okay,
But he's close. This will be 68. That's his 16th blue. Needs just 2 more. Could just exit area. There's got to be 2 easy blue coins in somewhere.
Yeah, I literally see the guy on fire there.
Yeah, there's the guy on fire, which I think Rimato saw it too.
Yeah, and needs 1 more. And I really hope. Oh no. Paper was so close to getting. Okay, we'll just grant him the goal. GG to both players. Unfortunately, only 1 match today. 1 match for the epic final.
Yeah, but ladies and gentlemen, Rimato is your Super Mario Sunshine 1v1 Invasion Lockout Bingo Tournament victor, with a 1-0 victory, a clean sweep through the winner's bracket, and a victory here in the finals. Delivers the result to Rimato in this final bingo match of the tournament. GG's called. A little chat. We'll see if folks want to hop in for an interview. We've got Rimato in here. And we've got Paper.
All right. Hello,
Con-
Paper. Hello,
Hello,
Rimato.
hello.
Hey,
So, since Rimato doesn't only types, wait, Rasmus, restreamer boy, can you read out Rimato and pretend that he's talking? Can we get the service? Apparently not. So, okay. Paper
so
facing Rimato, and in my opinion, having a rough match against Pogo yesterday, or at least rough
it
gameplay.
was pretty rough on all ends.
Yeah. Uh, how did you feel coming into this and seeing this card?
I thought
Which,
the
by
card
the
was
way, 16 Pianta Blues in the exact same position as the last
yes,
time you faced off.
I'm cursed. I thought the card was fine actually. I thought there was like definitely way more counterplay and interaction to be had between like any side. I didn't read Romato's start. I thought he was gonna start the 16 in Pianta, without realizing that 150 from Plaza was way better for that reason.
Hmm?
And so I was just routing on the fly right after that. I had planned to have column 1, but I didn't plan him for him to have decided it in like 2 minutes of gameplay.
All right. Paper. One thing before I read out what Romano says. What happened in Jado and Reds?
Oh, I just totally forgot.
Yeah, you have. Did you hover like outside the hidden, outside the secret?
I hovered everywhere. I totally did not even think about doing it hoverless because I just never do 2 hiddens hoverless.
Oh, that was interesting because I think you did the start of the secret hidden hoverless until like the third or fourth coin,
Maybe.
and then you started hovering, and then you clicked it later anyway. It was pretty rough at that point.
Well, I figured I'd click it anyway since he already knew it. It was more rough that I lost 3 bosses from it. Like looking back, that probably would have made a lot of a difference.
Yeah, and the early play from Romato, the presence to pick up the early blooper, to get PD, and then to go do Manta to secure the third boss, was a heads up play.
Yeah, I do not believe that it would have mattered to get 4 bosses instead.
I guess he could have gotten 4.
Yeah,
before
maybe.
I got something.
And maybe
Yeah.
could have had access to pinner hundreds and would have forced you to do this early or something else. It didn't seem that huge, but we don't know. It didn't happen.
I didn't think about it that it would have been a 3 and 4 trade. That was me not thinking.
All right.
Invasion is fun.
Yeah, invasion is not easy. Okay, so Rimato has been talking and we've successfully ignored him until now. I'll just read out what he said. He's said before, not gonna lie, I thought it was 1 when I saw a 9 from Delfino. Then I realized the 15 from Plaza combo was spooked as fuck. I wasn't nervous at all early, since there's no way Paper beats me in Delfino 150. But Manta onwards, I was choking low. 2 hidden reds hoverless, ruining a route in bingo finals. Sounds familiar, Kappa. I don't really know what he refers to, but whatever. We'll just Rimato V. I was thinking about Rico 1 to 4 into Pinner 12, but looking at the timer after Rico 1, I thought there was no way I get Pinner 12, so just committed to slow stuff. Apparently it could have worked out since Pape did Wiggler low.
Yeah, Wiggler was probably an interesting call, but
we were thinking that it sort of made sense in context. You had 4 from Gelato as a potential invade in the column 4, so investing that time in, and you get hidden shine there, for a shine in a secret, another red hoverless.
I
obviously.
really wanted to do Mecha as my last boss, but I thought there's absolutely no way I win to 3 bosses at that point, which is why. And I didn't want to do Manta because I wanted to keep 3 from 4 progress, which I guess I didn't have to do as much because I don't think Rimato ever had access to that goal, or would have been close to it? Question mark.
If I remember correctly, he doesn't have much progress in levels, if I remember correctly. But one play I thought was pretty interesting was Rimato doing 2 hidden reds, two hiddens in one level, which was
where was that?
in
Serena.
Serena.
For Pipe's progress too.
I never put
because
that
he
together.
could then. It didn't matter because he had 5 pipes when he entered, but you get 2 pipes for entering Serena 4.
Yeah, I personally thought it was a pretty smart like steer, sort of.
No, I definitely had that in my plans. I was gonna do that in Pinna.
Yeah.
Because like I just had no access to other stuff. I wasn't beating him to blue coins.
Yeah, and that that was sort of a natural consequence of your half the card. That you're going to lose a lot of those early blue goals, right? But that turns out to give Rimato not as much level progress. So I think it was smart on Rimato's half to route sort of these goals that depend more on level progress into what was a not super level heavy half of the card.
Yeah. The one thing I want to ask you, Paper, was did you forget to defeat the camel the first time you were in Pinna?
I chose not to do it and then realized later that it was dumb to not have done it. Because
Okay.
I either thought I was gonna come back and do like 102 with the cannon mole, or I was gonna do 2 reds for the hidden shines in one level, and so I just waited on.
I was thinking the same thing, that you would have re-entered and done Pinna 2 reds, defeating the mole that time if you were concerned about getting 5 secrets ASAP.
Well, that wouldn't have got me closer to secrets, but it would have got me closer to 7 shines in a secret. But I didn't think I was winning to that.
No, I mean if you wanted to get Pinna 2 done ASAP, which would have given you a secret shine, and then you could re-enter later for 7 shines in the secret if you were trying to do some sort of big brain mega click.
Rimato 45 and 20 for 2 weren't close. I collected 20 blue coins the entire bingo.
Yeah. Rimato was talking in the meantime. He explained what he meant with the 2 hidden reds Havelis thing. Doesn't really matter. 9 from he says that 9 from Plaza and 4 from Gelato were 2 goals. He didn't want on his side, so that worked out for him. Rimato also says that he thinks that he should have delayed their lives for longer, since that isn't really a paper play to do, but losing that would have hurt a lot. And I agree, paper didn't focus. I don't think you focused too much on lives, but you still had a decent amount.
You collected a fair amount of incidental lives. We saw you get the box life by the tower in Rico. You were picking some up on the way through secrets. Were you hoping to sort of get that passively, or?
Yeah, I did want Rimato to commit to, like, I left it there because if Rimato got it, I was like, fine, he hurts his progression more and I don't have to waste time doing lives. But I also knew that it was one of the better goals in my column, so I had to, at least get some lives in case I needed to do the goal. Which, I guess, in the world where I get 3 bosses, I can potentially look more at doing 20 lives.
Right, because then you could do 20 lives into 4 boss shines if you couple that with Mecha Bowser.
Oh, that would have been kind of smart.
Alright,
actually, I guess I could have done that without Gelato, but then I don't have a good way to get through column 4.
Yeah, column 4 presented, I think, the hardest challenge for a column 1 start, because it's so blue heavy, and there's no reason to invest in blues on your side of the card. Meanwhile, Rimato in column 5 has a lot of quick blue goals and blues would be his route into columns 2 and 1, and even through 3. So yeah, it's sort of hard to justify going for 20 from 2 when you've got all these goals that require a lot more level progress.
With that being said, I want to ask you, Paper, in case you would have won this match, like, did you really want to win this match? Did you really want to play another round of bingo right after that one?
Deep down, I did want to beat Rimato, but I also definitely didn't want to play 2 hours today.
I mean, it doesn't have to be like exclusive. It would have been like, yeah, I want to beat Rimato, but
like I want to beat Rimato for the pride, right? And not have gotten trashed by him in this tourney, but also I was not about it. I was not with it of trying to take him down.
All right, so maybe this hurts Rimato's ego now a little bit. Anyway.
Any closing thoughts on the tournament as a whole?
First of all, Rimato said this. Congratulations to the anonymous person with the Pred title, made in 16.3 seconds, Pred's world record for winning predictions, which is basically the only one. Congrats on winning nothing. But just predictions.
You win the pride of having predicted well.
Yeah. And Rimato also mentions that something about Seed 1 curse remaining, Seed 1 never winning at all in any tournament. Other than that, Rimato probably has one last announcement, or not last announcement, but one announcement later today, not for bingo heads, but for IL heads instead. I think that might have given away too much for... No, this is
leak all of his stuff.
Nah, there will be an announcement today, later today, unless Rimato lied to me. And there are plans for a bingo league, which will be just bingo playing, but for for a longer time period, but less like dense in terms of scheduling. But it might be a long-term thing, which is still in the plans, but that will be possibly implemented late September, according to Rimato at the very least. With that being said, Paper, Rimato, do you guys have any last words, final things to say?
GG's, thanks to Rimato for doing the stuff, and Papa and the other organizers, competitors for playing, restreamers for restreaming, commentators for commentating.
And Rimato says GG's to Paper.
And Paper throwing for content. Yes.
If you really wanted to do content, you would have won this, and because
we would have gotten twice as much content today.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'll try harder next time.
Yeah. Anyhow.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Lots of more stuff on the pipeline, as you just heard. Lots more to come from the team behind Sunshine community, and hopefully lots of things for everyone to be part of. So definitely keep an eye out and an ear to the ground. Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Okay, so Rasmus doesn't want to have